Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday, the 28th of September. At the end of the second book of Samuel, chapter 24, is one of those confusing passages. I read it through and I'm not sure what to make of it. We're told the anger of the Lord burned against Israel, and he incited David against them, saying, go and count Israel and Judah. And so David has a census. Now, how that all works, I do not know. And it's one of those passages that as you read it, it is so counterintuitive and so outside of what is normal that I struggle to make sense of it. And what is going on? Why does it happen this way? Why does God do that? Why does David respond as he does? How does it all fit together? And I don't know. And one of the things we can do is we can trip over it and stumble and fall and just stop and say, this is too confusing. Or else we can read it through and recognize this is a puzzling passage. I really don't get it. But what else can I learn? Ignoring the parts that don't make sense to me. The parts that do make sense, what do I get from them? And the one part that made sense to me and was a bit of a challenge was David eventually is going to make an offering to God. And he's going to do it on the threshing floor of Araunah. So he goes to buy the threshing floor. When Araunah hears what he's doing, he offers it to him and says, take the threshing floor for the sacrifice. I've got the sledges, which can be wood for the fire. The oxen that were doing the threshing, they can be the sacrifice to God, and may he accept your prayers. But David's response is the following in verse 24. But the king replied to Araunah, no, I insist on paying you for it. I will not sacrifice to the Lord my God burnt offerings that cost me nothing. Burnt offerings that cost me nothing. And I thought in the West today, that is quite a foreign concept, that religion should cost us. We've got so caught up with this prosperity notion that religion should benefit us. It should be for my convenience and my good. And I will pay my tithe to God, but I expect tenfold back from him. I will do this, but I expect something back from God. And I'm not sure that we've aligned ourselves with David's concept that religion can be costly. And certainly we look around the rest of the world, and there are people that being faithful to God costs them their family connections who shun them. It costs them their employment because they get fired for their Christian convictions. It might even cost them their lives. And as we see what's unfolding in Afghanistan, we see that so clearly. And we pray for Christians in those situations, for Christians in countries like China where they are under threat, that they would be encouraged and strengthened. And as Christians in the West, we need to be challenged that we mustn't look for what is convenient. And we must recognize that sometimes religion will be costly. It will take our time. It might take our effort and our energy. But that's what following God is about. So as you follow God, and it does sometimes get to be strenuous, and it does sometimes become inconvenient, and sometimes it does cost us, let us be prepared to pay that cost. And echo with David, I won't have a religion that is costless. And certainly I won't opt for the religion that is merely convenient. But I will opt for this authentic following of God, knowing that whatever it costs us, our ultimate blessing in eternity far outweighs it all. So be encouraged to walk with God despite the cost, knowing there is blessing all the time.